G'day traders, welcome to wrap up of Wednesday the 14th of March. So it's good to finally see some multiple directional movement. We can see multiple trends pushing down, then pushing up, and pushing down again. So when you start to see this kind of action, it brings in a whole heap more opportunities, and it's fantastic to see, and hopefully we'll see it continue. As far as the dailies are concerned, we're still pushing higher. We're right at the highs of basically the last 12 months. So still pushing higher. But on this particular day, we did see a bit of a sell-off, but it came with multiple directional moves. So to start off with, you can see here, left-hand side on the 5-minute chart, we pushed up higher. As we started pulling back here, I thought there was an opportunity you could push up to the 1400 level. The markets definitely like to, as they approach those double zero areas or those 100 areas, such as 1400, they do like to have a go at them. But as we did start to pull back here, it started to become clear that this was not a pullback and it was more of a new trend, and the Russell was what indicated this. So like I keep saying, watch those other indices, because at this area here, when we're looking for basically to take the pullback and a continuation of the buyers, the Russell was already down around this area here and breaking lows and going lower. So it's a clear indication that other markets are going to eventually follow, and that's exactly what happened. From there, we pushed lower, a new trend starting. So we've got to start really looking at the sellers now as this moving average points to the downside. We start approaching these lows, and this is a support area that the market quite easily pushed through and then pushed through lower again. So then as the market's pulling back, look for it to catch a pullback, and then look to get on the sell side as it pulls back to what was over here a support area, now it becomes resistance. And from there, it had its chance to go low, but again the other market started pushing to the upside. And after seeing this area here, this swing low here, it didn't push lower, and then all of a sudden see everything start pushing to the upside. This is definitely a little area here where it looks to break this area here and possibly go on the buy side. From there we pushed up higher. Then again, this is a new trend, so you've got to see there's a new trend and start looking at buyers now. And then from there we start to get another pullback. So again, possibly looking for a pullback and then to head back to the highs. But once again, other markets, they started to push down lower. And it was clear that basically a third trend of the day was starting, and that we're going to get some more sellers. And from there again, this area here becomes a bit of a support. It broke down through that and then pulled back. This particular area here, as the predictive crossed to the upside, look for it to be the peak of a pullback and the market to push down again, and that's exactly what happened, where the market broke down and looked to go lower, and then to finish off the day, just a little bit of a push to the upside there. So I'll show you on the 1-minute chart, this is where we started to push up and then looking for a possible pullback around this area here. But it was at this stage that the Russell, it was starting to break its lows, and definitely this kind of fade here was one that could possibly definitely look on the downside. It had all the support of the other markets, and if you believe the market was going to break the cash market lows, which was this area here, definitely wanted to look at, and which is what it did do. From there, it went a little bit sideways. This is the area where it had a chance to go lower. So we got a pullback here, downtrend, pullback here. And you can see it hasn't broken down past lows again. All the other markets started to push the upside, so it became a little bit evident that the markets at this stage here wanted to push up for a small stage anyway. Here it could easily go on and go for the highs, but at this stage again, all the other markets started switching to the downside. And then from there, we got this sell-off again. And most of the day the sellers were definitely in control. These sort of PowerPoints here, as far as fading to the downside, when you got support and everything pushing down, and definitely room for it to go down and chase those lows and push further, they're the type of ones you want to be chasing. So not a bad power fade there. And then from there, it's this pullback after that downtrend, and then we push down lower again. Now when it pulled back to this PowerPoint here, because we'd pushed down lower, and this certainly encourages new sellers, this had a chance of definitely holding, and in the past this one probably would hold, but just to finish off the day, it didn't really break up through it. I guess we ran out of time, and from there it went a little bit sideways, and then eventually did push down after the market closed there. So that's a wrap up for Wednesday. Good to see lots of action, and hopefully we'll see this continue on through to Thursday. Speak to you guys soon.